Good evening, Spiritual Collective. So, tonight, when I asked what the Spiritual Collective needed to hear, what was our guiding message that will help us through whatever we're going through or what we need to know, the Ten of Orbs was the first card I pulled. So, definitely a lot of heaviness, a weight of thoughts, but I feel like this will soon be relieved. But definitely, I'm also getting like condensation as well. There's something here about your thoughts possibly being heavy and leading to the next card I pulled, the Master of Chalices. You have wonderful foresight. You can see beyond. You are very familiar with liminal states. Your dream state is very fluid. It's very flowing. You gain communication very rapidly through your dream states. Also with meditation, visions. There's something very clear about your sight and the emotional depths that you have. You have very strong emotional depths. Your tie to the sea is also important, whether that just be something that you feel called to. There's something about the water element here that's very strong, but also too with just strong vastness. You're very vast. There's a lot of depth and vastness to you, and that helps you connect. Okay. It's where a lot of like that divinity steps in because you're able to do this. The Hanging Man, a different perspective. Also got perception. There may be something that you've been wanting to know, a question that's been in your mind that you've been mulling about. You may have even tried divination on this, maybe even did consult a pendulum. Whether or not this is the case, this question needs a different perspective. Even if there is no obvious question that is had, there is something in your life in general that would benefit from you taking this different perspective, taking this different way of looking at things. Also getting yoga as well will be beneficial. Any kind of stretching activity as well that will help you be centered. Possibly stretching while meditating, if you can do that, doing mind and stretching exercises as well. That would be very beneficial. We'll help you with this Ten of Swords, which is orbs, which is air. Abundance, yes, you're very abundant. Abundance is all around you. You're showered with abundance, and you are connected. You are connected to the beyond. Again, with receiving communication. Showered with wealth. Okay, just getting a little more of the details in here. You understand that you're a part of the greater scheme of things, that you are totally connected to this vastness and this abundance that you receive. Well, these are a lot of cards here. Fell out. Okay, I believe this is just okay. This needs another shuffling. That was a lot of cards, so we're just gonna kind of get a little clarity here. Sometimes things get jumbled up. Sometimes things get like chaotic. Sometimes things feels like something's in the way. And then that's when you got to take that perspective. You've got to take that different, you got to take that hangman and just sort of like breathe into it. Go at it from a different angle. Get into that space where you can feel like you have that clarity, because things get in the way. The Nine of Chalices, okay, yeah. Nine of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, happiness, you have this with this abundance. Very, very fulfilling, very promising. It's just this weight of these thoughts and this mental chatter, and also just things like ideas just in the area, in your area, that you're kind of tapping into. It may not even be yours, but they get heavy, and it holds you down. The Seeker of Crystals. But also see that she is also peering into this, scrying into this crystal. This vision, you have a very strong visionary abilities. You can also visualize. Visualization also comes easy to you. Nine of Flames, yes. You have felt like you've been beaten up just by life in general, that you've had to defend yourself multiple times, but you still hold what is yours. You still hold that authority. You still hold that upper position, no matter what. And you're willing to defend yourself, which is good. Okay? Okay. So again, we need to focus ourselves and get out of this heavy mental state. This really heavy mental state. Whoa. Cycles. Something's very cyclical in your life. You could also work with moon magic. I'm also getting with these cycles of like emotions, cycles of like patterns of thinking as well that you can get caught up in. You know, things are really good, and then then they're okay. They start to get complicated, and then they kind of like, they're heavy, and then it's released, then you're back. There's some kind of cycle like that. Okay, letting go. Yeah, you need to release that. Releasing these cycles. Again, this releasing is playing, is in connection with the Hanged Man, with this different perspective. You need to let go. Because you deal with a lot, and there's a lot of things that get in your head, and a lot of things on your mind. Lust is in the picture. There's lust here. You could have a very lusty relationship with someone. Also, but maybe someone is looking at you in this way as well. Okay. There's passion. Then there is denial. There's a feeling of denial. You may feel like you're being denied. Someone also may in your life feel like they're being denied this lust. I'm also getting with the grapes with after lust, with the grapes with Bacchus and that sort of kind of a vibe. That someone may feel like they're being denied this lusty encounter that they want. Okay, whether that be you or another person, it's definitely in the air around you. Trapped. You may feel trapped. You may, again, going with the other definition or the other interpretation of denial, feeling denied, but also feeling trapped. You feel trapped where you're at. There's somewhere that you feel trapped. This could be a work life. This could be a home life. This could be a school life. There's somewhere that you don't feel like you're being able to fly. There's something going on here. with you not feeling like you have access. There may also be someone wanting to trap you into a relationship as well. You'll know if this applies to you or not. Risk. You should take a risk, but only a risk that you know that you're able to take and that's safe for you. There's also risky behavior around you. And wherever you're at, there could be risky behavior and lusty kind of behavior going on. It's complicated, yeah. This reading does feel complicated. There's definitely a lot of things going on. I feel like you're okay, though. I feel like you're okay if you just stick with it and you just remain in yourself and you remain calm and you remain strong. You should be okay. You should be fine. Individuality, yes. Your individuality, that's very important for you. It's also where you get a lot of your power, connecting with this individuality of yours. Okay? Feeling one more. Summon. Summon up your power. That's what you need to do. You need to summon up your willpower. Something about willpower here. Power, dedication. And also connecting with the divine. Something about being able to touch something. Like reaching and touch. Like there's something here. You have this denial. And then you have this summon with the hand, the reaching. Here you're reaching. You can't touch it. Here you can touch it. So while someone's feeling denied, someone has, maybe this is probably you, and this is someone else feeling denied. They felt denied. This fell after the lust card. They feel denied by you, and here you have access to your power. But you could also as well be feeling denial in some area as well. So there is that. You'll know what works in your case. This is going to be general, and it will be also broad depending on who is watching and who is connecting with that. Okay? Okay. I gotta be honest, like, tonight is an interesting night for the reading. It just feels like, it's just interesting. I tried a prior read, and the message that was coming out was very strong. I may or may not even post that message. So I'm just letting you guys know that tonight is a very interesting night when it comes to messages, and I'm just... this one's a lot better. I had to really, after that last one, I had to like sit and then just like refocus and really kind of like hone in on what I was going for, what kind of communications, you know? So hopefully things will go well. This reading, supportive circle, it's already looking better, trust me. The last reading, I don't know. Supportive circle. You will encounter people who truly care and support you. So there will be a supportive circle, although you're probably used to not being able to trust people. So this might be hard for you. You'll know them when they come, and you'll also want to see that there is enough time that you get to know people. Don't jump off right off the bat with people. Get to know people, you know, get a feel for people, because you've been around, you're around, there's a lot of like, there's some dishonest people around you. Again, you'll know if this is for you. I feel like you will know. I feel like you'll know, like, really, if this fits your situation. Holding back. The other person is not being fully open with you. Okay. There may be someone holding back some information. I'm getting information with this book. A closed book, a locked book. You may also feel closed off to other people because of what has happened to you in the past. Your inability to trust people because people have taken advantage and they have engaged in backstabbing sort of behavior, deceitful behavior. So it could be you holding back, but also it could be another person as well in your area. In your, yeah. So you'll know a little more if that pertains to you. Again, with this complicated, and this other person is holding back, or you're holding back. There's something that's not being fully disclosed, or something that's not being fully freed because of like this trapped card. It's complicated, this holding back, this denial card, all these cards, trapped, denial, you know, complicated, holding back, right? It's constricting. But there's a lot of expansive cards too, like letting go and risk and, you know, and then you've got abundance, you've got letting go. Yeah, you got this beautiful Master of Chalices card, you know, letting go, risk. I'm just showing you the two different types of energies that are in this reading. Abundance, being open. So you have this very expansive energy and you have this very constrictive energy. It's just interesting. But the very first card that we got was the Ten of Orbs, which is kind of constricting, right? Followed by an expansive card. Constriction, expansive. You know, just interesting. Keeping secrets. Guard secrets or be asked to keep one. You need to keep your stuff secret. You don't need to be sharing stuff with other people. Even with the supportive group, I would still have what's sacred to you and secret to you. Keep those close to you for now, especially. Don't be an open book with some people. You may have to hold back some information just because you don't know everybody. And that's just for your protection. Having to hold back. Silent resentment. Unexpected feelings of dissatisfaction are simmering beneath the surface. Okay, someone may have some resentment towards you. Silent resentment. Again, this could be this whole denial of lust here. Remember when we had lust and then we had this denial. And then we have this resentment. So for some of you, I feel like there's some of you out there who have had someone want to have some kind of thing with you. And you are either happily in a relationship or you're happily single. You don't want to engage or you're just not interested. And they are getting upset about it because they wanted something and they feel entitled to it. And there's that as well. Silent understanding. Spoken understanding creates a deeper connection. Okay, see what I'm talking about? You got silent resentment. You know, you got dissatisfaction simmering. And then you got underneath the surface. And you got unspoken understanding create deeper connection. Again, these two conflicting different things. Two different energies. And maybe that's what you're cycling through. Is this one energy cycling through the next energy, right? It's these cycles of different polarities that you're working through. Maybe you're working to equalize them. I'm not sure. It's definitely polarized. Authentic vibes. You find someone who resonates with your authentic vibe. Okay, so there is something here about you finding a support group, you finding authentic people, you finding a network that's trusted and reliable and that you can open up to. But then there's people who you can't open up to. Clearing the air, clearing up misunderstandings through communication. There's a need for communications. Some people are receptive to communication while others are not. You will know who these people are, who are receptive. Mind games. Emotional interactions involve controlled manipulation. Again, yeah, that's why I was saying you need to protect yourself. There's definitely mind games going on. There's resentment. But you see how this works? It's like you get this one card, clearing the air, clearing up misunderstandings through communication. Then you have mind games, which is not communication. It's trying to get you confused. It's not open communication. It's trying to make you more confused. You see these two different energies coming out. So yeah, it's like, well, it's interesting because then you're like, well, who do I know to trust? You'll know who not to trust. Some people, I mean the obvious ones, and then some people it'll be harder because some people are really good at mind games. That's why you need to keep things close to you. You need to play the long game. You know, you don't need to jump into things. You need to keep things slow. That's my advice to you. The friendship test. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. Yeah, maybe you should test it. I'm not trying to, I know that sounds kind of like manipulation, but maybe do your own like little vetting. Maybe not a test, but like just kind of really keep track of what people say and what people do. Keep track, and for your own protection, because I feel like this is needed right now. Smoke and mirrors. Don't be fooled by appearances. Yeah, because you're going to have people coming in and you're going to think, oh, they're okay. And then the next thing you know, they're not. Okay? So there's something there. That's why you have to be on your guard. Unfortunately, attachment issues. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. Someone has attachment issues. I mean, it could be you, but it's probably someone else. That's why they're acting in these weird ways. They need you to need them. They need you to want them. Again, if this is the lust issue, then they have that going on, and that's a whole thing of its own. I'm sorry, but we're used to this. So again, this is a lot too. This is a complicated read because it is back and forth, back and forth. There's support and then there's not support, and it's like, okay. I mean, I guess it's good that there's some support, but then you got to figure out where's that coming from. Who's the ones that's supportive? Who isn't? You know? And that's why a lot of people decide that they just want to go it alone, because it's like a lot. I mean, if you've ever had to deal with being burned in the past, like, why do you even want to, like, again, like, why do you want to deal with people? That's the idea. That's the mentality, because you don't trust people. Because you've had situations arise that allowed you not to trust because, you know, mirror, reflection, difference, distinguish, appearance. You're a mirror for others. Some people don't like what they see. Some people like or they don't like what they see. Usually if it's a mirror for them, they don't. Also, there's something about your appearance. You may be very attractive, and so there goes that whole lust thing as well. And also too, this also breeds jealousy with other people, so you could be getting that from multiple angles. Torment, anxiety, bondage, depression, and troubled. Here with this trapped, remember the trapped card, and here we have torment. So there's some torment going on, but definitely the people trying to throw this torment onto you as well to make you feel trapped. Definitely getting that, because their silent resentment is some kind of like trying to get back at you. They're resentful. They're angry. They feel you didn't react the way they want. Affairs. Okay, affairs. Okay, affair. Okay. There was affairs in the last card. I mean, I'm sorry, in the last reading that I probably won't post. Maybe, I doubt it. I had to cut it off because it was getting so dark. And I think it was very specific. And it was a different kind of reading than I usually would do. But affairs showed up in that reading and it's showing up in this one. So affairs is an issue. This person, someone wanted an affair with you. This is possible. There's someone who is having an affair, wanted an affair, wants an affair because there's that lust and that denial. They didn't get the affair and now they're mad. So there's something like that. This could be multiple people depending on where you're at. If this is a work or school type of setting, that could be an issue. Or if it's like a really close-knit community as well. Something where a lot of people come in contact with each other and know each other even on some level. That's what's happening. Yeah, people get really weird when it comes to like that sort of home. Refuge, belong, haven. Okay. Your home is usually safe unless this is happening in your home. If this is happening in your home, I'm sorry. Hopefully there's a way for you to get out. That would be your best bet if you can. But passionate love, thorns, and short. Okay. That came out with home. Rose and home. Definitely getting some, like, definitely with the affair, some kind of lusty, kind of, fantasy relationship that someone wanted, and with home, they may have wanted to also get inside your home, to be welcomed in your home, or, either that, or this is where you feel safe. Okay? It says refuge, belong, haven. Okay. So again, take that as it reads for you. And this is different for everybody. I'm sure everyone, I feel a lot of people feel safe if they have their own place. If you have your own place and you're not living with other people. Now, if you're living with other people and this is happening, then this could be happening in your home, which I'm sorry if that's the case. Yeah. Again, we have to work through things, Things can be rough. Things can be, but again, you have good energy around you. Madness, ecstatic ritual, and energy release. You need to release this energy. You need to do it in a very vibrant, very boisterous, very ecstatic way. Just something that's very that gets your energy out. Yeah, very bold. There could also be someone acting a little crazy around you. But for you, it could be healthy if you kind of do it in a controlled environment in way, but also to have it be very excited, very just really in touch with that wild side, okay? Knowledge, study, learning, education. Stay focused on your study. I feel like reading or studying or researching something will take your mind off of some things as well. Also giving you knowledge that you need. You may also need to research some things. whatever that may be for you. Faith, trust, unwavering, and confidence. Yes, faith. Faith is very important for you, to have faith in your process, to have faith in yourself. Because maybe having faith in some other things is, obviously you learned that having faith in others isn't always the best route. Having faith in yourself after you have done the work to make sure that you are solid. But also having faith with the divine, having faith with your connection. You obviously have a strong connection with the cards that have come out. You just need to deepen this connection. You really need to really go into this connection and deepen it further. That's really important right now. Very important that you connect. Enlightenment and free will. You got inspiration, epiphany, and innovation. And you have sovereignty, independence, and free spirits. Okay? A couple of things I'm getting with this is obviously your enlightenment. You're working towards this. You're trying to really get in touch with this side of yourself that is able to come up with these ideas, these innovations, these remarkable ideas that come to you, and these things that are just clarifying to you. And they come to you again through dreams, through your visions, through just your thoughts as well. Sometimes when you're more connected, sometimes you'll get these ideas. You definitely have spirit speaking to you about things and guiding you. You definitely have a strong guide. You have free will, independence, and free spirit. Again, you have this free will. You are a free spirit. You are your own sovereign being. You're your own queen. You're your own leader. Okay, if people are upset by this, again, this is also too where some of this silent resentment comes in, and people trying to play mind games with you. Yeah, again, with this checkerboard and this checkerboard floor here. Remember when we had the playing mind games, we had this checkerboard. See this checkerboard? You see this checkerboard floor behind her, this ground of checkerboard? Mind games. Okay, so some of this stuff is to get to you, to knock you down, to make you feel lower, to make you be less sovereign, so that people can have a way into your head, to get you to do things you don't really want to do or wouldn't normally do. Again, with these affairs, this person wanting an affair with you, or any other little thing that they may want to trap you, to get you caught up in something you don't want to get caught up in. Because you are a free spirit, you are your own like leader, and this bothers people. They take it a certain way, and it's really not about them. Okay, you've been through a lot, and you've grown, you've developed, you've healed through a lot of stuff, and like, this is yours. This is your right. Death rites, saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives. Death rites. Someone may be passing, someone or something may be passing. Could be a person, could be a pet. Could also be a formal occasion with a dark kind of bend to it, depending on who you hang out with, right? You know, like I'm saying, like sometimes you'll have like these gatherings, and you know, like people of different subcultures, they may appear darker than others, and so this may also be that as well, where there is also like death as a prominent theme. Okay? So that may also happen. Also, like a rite of passage, almost like a going into a next phase. Getting that, going into a next phase. Discipline, training, consistency, and practice. Okay, yeah. Again, with the reading and knowledge and studying, also just practice and stay consistent with something you're doing. This will help you through all this weird muckety muck energy because you're focusing on yourself and you're honing your skill. You're working on yourself. You're applying things. You're exercising that. You're exercising that will within you. Okay. And that's very important. You're also becoming stronger by doing so. Courtesy. I also feel like people may want to come in and kind of, like, hey, what are you doing? While you're kind of minding your own business, you're eating and stuff, and then someone may come in and be like, oh, what are you doing? Maverick, risk taker, rule breaker. So that's you. I mean, you could have other people breaking rules in a more criminal element or like a more violation element. There's that. But for the most part, because that you're you're sovereign, and because you play by your own rules, this is kind of you. You're like seen as like, oh, well, you're breaking all the rules, taking all the risks, and all this stuff, and you're just being you. That death will come, mortal, finite, and fragile. Yeah, there is a death. There is something that is dying. There's something that's going away. Okay? And you need to honor that. So whatever this thing is that's leaving, that's going, you need to honor that and give it a proper, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just honor it. It's like a ceremony. Something special to you in whatever way that is. You need to do that for you, okay? That's important. Well, this is a lot better than the other reading that I'm telling you, this is a lot better, and it's promising. And again, I don't think I'm gonna post another one. It was a lot. It was very heavy. It was very. Maybe it'll come up again in a different way. I don't know. But tonight is not the night. I feel like it was a bit much. Some of the elements that was in that reading was in this reading, though. I feel like the one thing that was really bothersome was probably very narrow. Okay. But anyways, take heart. This reading is positive because you have all the tools to work within and solve this problem. You're abundant. You're in touch. You're in tune. And this season, let's see what this season has to. I got Mother Mary. Into the arms of mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers, sleeps the eye of winter. Mother Mary. Okay, so a mothering energy, a divine mothering energy. You may connect with Mother Mary, or you may find another mothering goddess figure as well. But also really feeling in connection with this faith for obvious reasons. This is a kind of religious undertone here, but like having faith, because divinity is within you and supports you, and you have the ability to tap into this during this time for this warm, nurturing type of energy that will help you go through, that'll help you through like the harder parts of what you're going through, or this harder energy that's coming through. Okay? Ornaments. So it is, a remembrance of what was and what will be, your fragile beauty beaming upon thy. Okay. So, let's see, it says a remembrance of what was and what will be. Again, with this passing and this emerging in something else, of the possibilities after what has gone. Also, again, with birth, a rebirth, we're getting with the Mother Mary, again, in the season, right? The season that we're in. So, you know, that getting that Yuletide feel, that Christmas feel, with the rebirth of the season, of the year, in the future, the rebirth that will happen. Okay? And that's why we have to honor what has gone in our lives. We need to honor what's gone in our lives and embrace what is coming, what is being born. Okay? And again, with this image and this saying, in thy bosom where she whispers, sleeps the eye of winter. In her bosom, that mothering energy, and like she's holding this near her bosom. There's a connection there. Definitely something about comfort through the transitions, right? Moving you forward. Tranquility. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calmness. I'm sorry. I'm just going to read that over again. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives a world of worlds spellbound into silence. And she's flying. It's a witch flying above. Tranquility. And again, we have this home space. This home and tranquility. This is where you find your peace and your comfort. And also, too, she's flying, so a different perspective as well. Getting a bigger picture view of things that you may need to really look at things and judge things. You have a bigger view of what's going on because of your perspective. But also, too, home is a comforting place right now and will help you really center and ground, and if your home is a comforting place. For the few of you that is that this is not a comforting place, then you're going to have to find a place that is, that you can find that you. It's really important that you find a place where you can find the support and comfort. So one last card. Ringing the bells. Ring the bell to cast them out. Ring the bell to dance about. Swirl and sounds amidst the winds. Nowhere to hide, for all will ring. Okay. Ringing the bell. Okay, it says to cast them out and dance about. Okay, so as a way for protection, of sound healing, of clearing the air, of getting that sound. Also, wasn't there a clearing the, oh my gosh, seriously, clearing the air. Clearing the air, and then I'm like clearing the air. Yeah, there's something also definitely with sound healing. I'm also getting word something needs to be said. Definitely embrace your voice this season. and something that will be heard, something that you say will be heard. So that's very positive. Okay. Things are okay. Things are all right. Things are looking good. And what's the underlying energy? What's the underlying energy of this reading? And we can really tie this reading into whispers. Interesting. Whispers. Whispers from beyond, whispers of other people. If you're silent long enough to listen to the whispers of the divine, you really need to listen. And shaman, okay, really getting in tune, going to these other places, these other worlds, really connecting and healing through this travel, healing through this journeying that you'll be doing. Also plant medicine as well. And also something about, again, speaking, because of what's coming out of her mouth. And seer. Yes, you're a seer. You see beyond. You have a very vast perspective. Okay? You see beyond. You can see. Just look at that. You can like see through things. You can see past things that other people can't see, to like the heart of things, to the very essence of things. The seer. So hopefully that helped clarify some things. Again, it was complicated, and it even is said it was complicated. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things that you need to really connect with. Definitely sit with yourself, connect with yourself, and so you can build more trust. Spend more time centered around things that you need to do for yourself or immediate others that you know are safe, family members, whatever that you know are safe. In the future, you may expand out, but for now, it's about keeping the circle small, keeping it trustworthy, knowing, your boundaries, and really feeling safe so that you can go past these boundaries, so that you can expand out when the time is right and be safe, because you have that trust with yourself, you have that connection to the divine, you know where your home is, where your safety is, you have that stability. Okay, so that's the message. So be abundant, remain safe, clear, and focused, and see beyond to worlds you've always wanted to visit.